People are watching law of attraction videos and thinking in 1 to 2 days they're going to manifest $1 million. In the beginning, just the first 90 days, is just trying to help you stop thinking in terms of lack. I'm going to give you simple, practical, down to earth tips and ideas, as there's only one main rule you need to follow when it comes to money manifestation. I was on a client call the other day, and my client was in desperation around money. They just started to become a client, so we haven't done a lot of work yet. They needed money like yesterday. If you've ever been there before, like you're way behind on things, you just need money now. And they were freaking out inside. And they were trying to manifest, they're trying to use law of attraction, they're trying to visualize the money, but it's not happening. So then they start going a downward spiral thinking, I'm broken, this doesn't work for me, law of attraction doesn't work. This downward spiral of desperation and just struggle going on within creating these make-believe stories. And the first thing I had to tell them practically was, you're not broken, there's nothing wrong here, law of attraction does work. You're just desperate right now, and it's incredibly difficult to manifest from a desperate place. That's it. No stories, nothing about worthiness, nothing about do you deserve this or not. It's just basically the reality is you're in desperate straits, and it's really hard to manifest from that place. You see, we get in these stuck, crazy thoughts when we're trying to manifest money, creating these stories and fake meanings. But instead, when my clients are in that space and I need to help them transform and I'm ready to go to help them get to their next goal, I say, stop everything. Stop trying to manifest, actually. Stop trying to attract money. You need to go into the law of action first. You just need to get something going, starting that side hustle, getting that money in any way you can. Think in terms of the 3D plane. Don't think in terms of imagination right now. And it's such a powerful lesson for my clients because we say money manifestation is long term. Yes, there's so many videos out there, so many resources say manifest money today, manifest money tomorrow. That can happen. But there's so much complexity. If you're in doubts and worries and so much lack around money, most likely it's going to take you a long time to actually manifest something huge. It doesn't mean it has to, but if you think more in those terms, it becomes easier. You settle your nervous system, and money starts to manifest easier and quicker. So I tell my clients, think of money as a long-term game, as if you're investing in stocks for a long term for retirement. 30, 40, 50 years down the road, you want some long-term exponential gain. That's what we want to think in terms of money manifestation. Less in terms of I need to frantically manifest money now. If you're in that place, use the law of action first, put out some great actions, create that side income, do it a little bit of hustle, whatever you need to get the money in the door. Then we'll work on your money situation so you're never in that place ever again. Or at least we're decreasing the probability of it happening ever again. Because the only rule you need around money manifestation is seeing this curve here and thinking like exponential, just like you would when it comes down to complex or compounding interest, or compounding in terms of investing. If you're in and used to and familiar of having doubt and lack going on in your life, your psyche right now is so filled with doubt and worry and fear that it will come right back to where it used to be. It's familiar with nothing. It's going to constantly bring you back to nothing over and over and over if your psyche's mirroring this consciousness level. So somebody trying to get money in frantically today, what they're doing is 98% of their time, they're in the same self-concept, thoughts, limited thinking, limiting feelings, and they're doing their affirmations, visualization, gratitude for like 30 minutes a day. But what are they doing with their other 16 waking hours if they're up for another 16 hours? Is they're constantly repeating this mirror effect over and over and over, and they're getting nowhere every day, every week, every month. So they feel so disappointed, they feel so frustrated. But my clients who think in terms of long-term game, I'm not talking like 20 years down the road, even though we just talked about that way of investing. What I'm talking about is even just a clean 90 days. 90 days is not a lot of time. So 90 days goes by, and what you start to do is every day you just get a little bit better at money internally. You get a little bit better, you get a little bit better, you get a little bit better. Before you know it, your entire self-concept has become one of abundance, where you can't help but start manifesting abundance without even trying. Yes, you're still going to have to take action. Yes, you still have to do effort. Yes, you're going to have to change your behaviors. If you have a business, you're going to have to build your business. If you have a job, you're going to have to work your job. There's still action involved, but it becomes easier and easier to have abundance come into your life because you are embodying abundance, you're embodying wealth, you're embodying whatever that thriving is. So instead, don't always try and go for the Amazon same day delivery in terms of manifesting, right? I know we all think of those things now because we can get things same day almost always, right? But we want to think in terms of, for the next 90 days, let me change my life. Let me go ahead and start changing my money beliefs right now internally for the next 90 days. You think long term. And by the way, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you're here with our Soul Tribe. Throw a like on the video if you're getting value out of this. And link in the description below for our Prosperity Magnet School Group, which is a membership, step-by-step course, and any of our group coaching and mentorship packages as well. Now, this right long-term thinking is for everything, isn't it? When you're turning into somebody that you want to become and you want to be fluent in another language, how many days do you give yourself until you've quit, right? You don't give yourself one day and then you're like, I'm going to quit because I'm not fluent already. How many days would you give yourself to be fluent? You would say, well, I'm going to give myself maybe 90 days to really start having phrases and sentences that I can say out loud. And then maybe I'm going to go 12 months and I'm going to start being able to talk to a native speaker much better, right? You know, it's a long-term game. When it comes to going to the gym, how many of us have heard before, maybe it's been us before, where you have your New Year's resolution, I'm going to get in the gym, and you're there for day 1, maybe day 2, maybe it's January 10th. And then January 11th, you didn't go, and 12th, you didn't go, 13th, right? You start to slow down, and then before you know it, it's February, March, and then you're not at the gym anymore, right? Because we want to think, and that person thinks, I'm looking at the mirror 10 days in, I don't look any different, so why am I going? Or that same person that's trying to speak another language, I'm not fluent already in 10 days, what's the bother? What would you say to that person? It takes time, it takes effort, it takes patience to shift that over. The same thing goes with money. It's not an overnight process. Money to me is a language. It's a skill. It's a way of being in this world, and we need to change that over a long term to gain that progress. So my practice for you is practice the language of money way more than you think you need to, okay? All of us think, oh yeah, I've known money, I've had money in my life, or I haven't had money. No, I want you to think of it as a skill and a language that you need to build every day. So every day you ask yourself, how could I have one more giant step today on the blue curve? How can I have one more day where I'm closer to a self-image of abundance? How can I have one more day of having better beliefs around money? How can I have one more day of changing my feelings around money before my world changes? And you do this every day, so you're constantly on this upward trajectory, but you're thinking, I'm going to stay patient for 90 days. Let me test this out. Let me see where I'm at after working constructively on this and practicing for 90 days straight. Let me see where I'm at that time. If you follow that golden rule when it comes to money manifesting, right now you're going to be able to manifest through the law of action, getting some things done, but 90 days out, starting to build this beautiful place, this lush place inside of abundance, and you should start seeing this upward trajectory on the physical plane, having these beautiful results. Give yourself the time, give yourself the patience, and really be in it. I'll see you over in the next video.